Deep in the crushing blackness of the ocean, there is a silver giant longer than a school bus. For centuries, its sudden appearance on beaches was taken as an omen of catastrophic earthquakes. But the real mystery isn't the myth. It's the fact that for over 250 years, this massive creature has hidden from a species that mapped the moon. It didn't stay hidden by accident. For centuries, sailors swore they saw massive silver serpents, some claimed over 17 meters long, dragging ships into the blackness. In Japan, this creature became something more than a sailor's tale. It was a countdown to death. They called it the messenger from the Dragon King's palace, a deep-sea phantom that rises to the surface only before the earth tears itself apart. It sounds like paranoid superstition. Until 2011. In the months leading up to the catastrophic earthquake that wiped out 20,000 lives, the ocean suddenly started spitting these nightmares out. Dozens washed ashore, one by one, as if fleeing something even worse at the bottom of the sea. But legends don't give scientists actual data. To understand this omen, researchers needed a fresh body. And that triggered a frustrating scientific nightmare that would take over 200 years to solve. It is the longest bony fish on Earth, yet it is held together by almost nothing. 80% of its body is just water and delicate gel. When a 5-meter specimen washed up in California, it took 15 adults just to drag its dead weight out of the surf. Yet down in the abyss, it weighs nothing. 1,000 meters deep in total darkness, this silver giant hovers completely vertical. It doesn't swim. It stands motionless, like a metallic pillar suspended in the void. Its massive eyes point straight up. Locked on faint surface shadows, it hunts microscopic plankton, totally blind to whatever creeps beneath it in the dark. No teeth, no crushing jaw. Instead, evolution crammed every vital organ, heart, stomach, and liver, into the top 15% of its body, right behind the head. But when researchers finally scanned a fresh head, its strange posture was nothing compared to the glitch inside its skull. A microscopic brain, barely 2.5 centimeters long, one of the most extreme brain-to-body ratios on Earth. Even stranger was the skull framing it. Early naturalists couldn't comprehend why certain specimens possessed a heavy, horse-like face, an anatomical mismatch that made no sense for a deep-sea ribbon, until science realized those skulls didn't belong to a single monster. It was 3 distinct species. Regalecus glesne rules cold temperate oceans. Regalecus russelli stalks the warm Pacific. And the streamer fish, a rare cousin that delivers an electric shock at a single touch. Yet across all 3, not a single scale. Touch their skin and liquid silver wipes straight off onto your hands. Above their eyes, a flame-red crest rises like a jagged crown, long dismissed as useless decoration. In reality, a biological signaling antenna, packed with receptors to broadcast chemical messages across miles of pitch-black water. And their growth never clean stops. An older oarfish isn't just older, simply longer. So why do these silver giants surface right before tectonic plates shift? And if you're still with us this deep in the dark, hit like before we go further. In 2019, Japanese researchers decided to finally crush the myth with hard numbers. They cross-referenced decades of deep-sea sightings against every recorded earthquake in the national database. Out of hundreds of cases, the results were aggressively disappointing. Exactly 1 fish sighting matched an actual earthquake within 30 days and 100 kilometers. Just 1. The other hundreds of times, the fish washed ashore, and nothing happened. Even when massive high-magnitude quakes violently shattered the seafloor, the fish never showed up. The legend was dead, case closed. But if that giant red crest isn't reading fault lines, what is it actually tracking in the dark? Long before any earthquake data existed, science had only studied washed-up corpses. Nobody had ever faced the living giant in its own world. Until the year 2000, off the coast of France, scientists dropped a research buoy 2 kilometers into the abyss. It became an artificial reef. Algae covered the steel. Small fish swarmed. Great white sharks circled in slow, menacing rings. And then, the oarfish arrived, floating silently beside the sharks. But every time a diver approached, the silver ribbon vanished. The problem wasn't the giant, it was us. Standard scuba gear blasts a violent stream of noisy bubbles. To a creature evolved in the crushing silence of the deep, that noise was deafening. To observe it alive, humans had to become silent ghosts. Using sealed, zero-bubble rebreathers, scientists finally stepped into its world. Nearly every specimen ever found shared the same gruesome damage: a blunt, completely missing tail. For years, scientists assumed a predator was responsible. Confirmed attacks barely exist. The real answer is far more disturbing. This fish removes pieces of its own body on purpose, again and again, throughout its life. Not to escape danger, to save energy. When food vanishes in the deep, a shorter body costs less to keep alive. It may be the only fish on Earth that repeatedly amputates itself, and fossils over 2 million years old show that exact same carved-up bone. This isn't new behavior. Inside its flesh, researchers found tiny glowing krill, the same food source fueling the largest whales on Earth. That diet explains the fish's color. The red running through its fins, its crest, even its eggs comes directly from the krill's own pigment. But mutilating your own body to survive is nothing compared to the nightmare of bringing new life into the deep. In 2019, off Okinawa, fishermen dragged 2 phantoms from the deep. One survived long enough to spawn, yielding 400 eggs. The first recorded reproduction in human history. Then, triumph twisted into a biological nightmare. 400 larvae hatched inside human laboratories. 4 days later, every single one was dead. Their microscopic jaws opened only 6 times in 4 days. Never once for food. They systematically rejected every nutrient, environment, and chemical mixture science offered, executing a silent mass starvation. The abyss didn't just hide its secrets. It starved its own offspring to death rather than letting us touch them. If a titan this massive chooses total extinction over living in our world, imagine what else is breathing in the blackness. If you enjoyed this journey into the dark, consider leaving a like. It gives us the push to keep exploring.